Pastrami is a popular delicatessen meat usually made from beef, and sometimes from pork, mutton or turkey. The raw meat is brined, partially dried, seasoned with various herbs and spices, then smoked and steamed. In the United States, although beef plate is the traditional cut of meat for making pastrami, it is now common to see it made from beef brisket, beef round, and turkey. Like corned beef, pastrami was originally created as a way to preserve meat before modern refrigeration. Etymology and origin: the word oe pastramı was borrowed from the Turkish pasta ±rma, though the dishes themselves have diverged. Some sources claim an etymology from Romanian par florenstra, oeto preservi. The Romanian speciality was introduced to the United States in a wave of Romanian Jewish immigration from Bessarabia and Romania in the second half of the 19th century, via the Yiddish, 1/4 section ko cent. Early references in English use the spelling oe pastramă, closer to the Romanian original. The modified oe pastramă spelling was probably introduced in imitation of the American English salami. New York unregistered trademark Sisman Voke is generally credited with producing the first pastrami sandwich in 1887. Voke, a kosher butcher and New York immigrant from Lithuania, claimed he got the recipe from a Romanian friend in exchange for storing the friend unregistered trademark luggage while the friend returned to Romania. According to his descendant, Patricia Voke, Voke prepared pastrami according to the recipe and served it on sandwiches out of his butcher shop. The sandwich was so popular that Voke converted the butcher shop into a restaurant to sell pastrami sandwiches. Romanian Jews immigrated to New York as early as 1872. Among Jewish Romanians, goose breasts were commonly made into pastrami because they were inexpensive. Beef navels were cheaper than goose meat in America, so the Romanian Jews in America adapted their recipe and began to make the cheaper beef pastrami. The Oxford English Dictionary unregistered trademark etymology of pastrami, n. quotes a 1914 advertisement from the Jewish Criterion, sardines and pimentosa yen pastrami yen. Rye bread, etc., preparation and serving. Traditional New York pastrami is made from the navel end of the brisket. It is cured in brine, coated with a mix of spices such as garlic, coriander, black pepper, paprika, cloves, allspice, and mustard seed, and then smoked. Finally, the meat is steamed until the connective tissues within the meat break down into gelatin. In North America, pastrami is typically sliced and served hot on rye bread, a classic New York deli sandwich, sometimes accompanied by coleslaw and Russian dressing. Pastrami and coleslaw are also combined in a Rachel sandwich, a variation of the popular Reuben sandwich that traditionally uses corned beef and sauerkraut. In Los Angeles, classic pastrami sandwiches usually use hot pastrami right out of the steamer, sliced and layered on double-baked Jewish-style rye bread. Typically, the meat is served sliced very thinly, with some of the brine wetting the meat. Traditionally accompanied by yellow mustard and pickles. At fast food stands, pastrami is typically served hot on a French roll. Pastrami may also be used as a topping on hamburgers. Greek immigrants to Salt Lake City in the early 1960s introduced a hamburger topped with pastrami and a special sauce. The pastrami burger has remained a staple of local burger chains in Utah. Variations: turkey pastrami is made by processing turkey breast or thigh in a fashion similar to red meat pastrami, in an effort to simulate the red meat deli product. See also, pasta ±rma, pastramă florin, Montreal-style smoked meat, Jewish cuisine, bar 1/4 Fleisch, list of dried foods, list of smoked foods, pastórmes, ii ±I florin III 1/4 I, food portal, references, notes. Further reading: Ursula Heinzelmann, Rauchquer aus der Europe in Frankfurter Allgemeine Sonntagszeitung PA 50, Paysite.